Have you ever noticed the way you speak to yourself? You make a mistake and immediately think, I should have done better. You try something new and think, what if I fail? You look at others and feel, I am not enough. It feels like your own voice, but is it really yours? Most people assume their inner voice is who they are, but in reality, it is often something they learned over time. Your inner voice is not created in isolation. It is shaped by what you repeatedly heard growing up. When you were a child, people around you corrected you, guided you, compared you, or sometimes criticized you. Even small statements like, do it properly, or you can do better, get stored in the mind. If you were compared to others, you may have learned to measure your worth constantly. If your emotions were dismissed, you may have learned to doubt your feelings. If mistakes were highlighted more than effort, you may have learned to fear failure. Over time, these external voices become internal. So now, even when no one is judging you, you judge yourself. Even when no one is criticizing you, you criticize yourself first. This is how the inner voice is formed. The problem is not that you have an inner voice. The problem is that you believe everything it says. Because it feels familiar, it feels true. But not everything that feels true is actually true. Sometimes it is just a repeated pattern. So the first step is awareness. When you notice that voice, pause and ask yourself, whose voice is this? Is it really your belief or something you absorbed years ago? This question creates distance. Once you create that distance, you don't react automatically. You start observing instead. The next step is changing how you respond to yourself. Instead of harsh criticism, try a more balanced and realistic tone. Instead of saying, I am not good enough, say, I am still learning. Instead of saying, I always mess up, say, I made a mistake and I can improve. This is not about fake positivity. It is about accuracy and kindness. The way you speak to yourself directly affects how you feel, how you act, and how you see your life. If your inner voice is harsh, your experience of life becomes heavy. If your inner voice is supportive, your experience becomes lighter. Changing this voice takes time. It requires repetition, awareness, and patience. But it is possible. Because your inner voice is not fixed. It was learned, and anything that is learned can be changed. You don't need to silence your inner voice. You need to transform it. Because the voice that lives in your head eventually becomes the way you experience yourself. If this helped you, subscribe. This channel is for healing modern minds.